Oxford Crown Court in March. Now, half of all children will be bitten by a dog, according to a leading paediatrician, who today warned parents never to leave their kids alone with the family pet.
It's controversial advice and one which has provoked a furious debate about man's best friend.
There's been a string of savage dog attacks in the past year. 4-year-old George Brown was attacked by an American bulldog last summer in Cambridgeshire. 5-month-old Katie Lee Deacon was mauled to death by a pair of Rottweilers a month later at her grandparents' pub in Leicester. And on New Year's Eve, 5-year-old Ellie Lawrenson was killed by her uncle's pit bull on Merseyside. But today's BMJ report warns that any dog can be dangerous.
Well, I'm really concerned about the number of adults and children affected by dog bites. I mean, last year alone, there were over 4,000 patients admitted to hospital due to dog bites, and that's almost double the number that were admitted 10 years before. And that's not because there's been an increase in dog ownership. That hasn't happened at all. And of that number, more than 1/5 are to children under the age of 9, which, I mean, clearly these children are extremely vulnerable.
Dr Besser's report says the Dangerous Dogs Act doesn't work because it only covers public places, and most dog attacks take place in the home. Instead, it calls for mandatory classes for prospective dog owners and teaching all children some basics about dogs, including avoid direct eye contact, don't disturb dogs that are eating or sleeping, and don't ever tease them. But some dog owners feel today's report is just stating the obvious.
The most important thing is the dog needs to know it's a dog. You need to have boundaries and rules and be consistent with this. If you know what you're doing, you've got rules, boundaries. If you've got things in place, it is safe.
Well, I'm joined now by Phil Buckley from the Kennel Club. Phil, surely not all dogs are a danger to children. There's a huge difference between the sort of damage that, say, a pit bull could do and a chihuahua.
Well, to be honest, not all dogs are dangerous, as you say, and it is very much one of responsible dog ownership. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and we're not saying when these incidents occur, people should never trust their dog unsupervised with the child. But it could be a pit bull, it could be a Labrador, it could be a Jack Russell.
But there are going to be some dog owners who say they know their dog very well, they trust their dog, they're absolutely part of the family.
Yeah, absolutely. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. I've got a very well-behaved dog. I've got 2 very young nephews. I would never leave them unsupervised. And the Kennel Club's got the Safety Around Dogs Award that goes into schools as part of the national curriculum and teaches children how to be safe around dogs. But the knock-on effect of that is that it's educating the teachers and the adults, and it's doing much to address the problem.
Compulsory classes for dog owners, do you think that's realistic?
We'd love that. The Kennel Club has got the largest dog training programme in the UK, and we would very much welcome that, but it's not realistic. But we'd love all dogs to be very well trained, and it's very much a responsible dog ownership issue. Never take the chance. It's simply not worth it.
And to what age would you say? I mean, is it up till 10 or what?
Well, most dog biting incidents occur on children under the age of 15 in their own home, and the dog is known to them. So certainly 15 and below, and you've just got to be very careful. But we would like to say, of all the benefits that dogs bring to our lives, we don't want potential parents watching now, parents who think about owning a dog, not to get a dog, because just be very careful. They bring so many benefits to our lives.
Good advice. Thank you, Phil Buckley.
Thank you.
There's more still to come on the Lunchtime News, including a big moment in Irish sporting history. Croke Park prepares to host the England rugby team for the first time.
And she's hoping to be crowned Queen of the Oscars, but Helen Mirren tells us of her newfound respect for our real-life royalty.
It's not whether the life is good or bad or difficult or